Hey guys, it's JackSquare, and in this video we're going to talk about how to make any weapon in D&D. So this video is intended for maybe someone who is new to the world of D&D or other RPG systems. Let's say you're getting ready to play your first campaign of D&D, maybe your first couple sessions with somebody, and you have this really cool idea for a character. You're putting it together in the player's handbook or D&D Beyond or something like that, and then it comes time to outfit your character with lots of cool equipment. The only thing is you realize that they don't have that exact weapon that you were looking to use. So what are you going to do? Well, one option would be to homebrew, that is to make up a particular weapon and kind of figure out the stats and the damage, everything that's involved in coming up with a weapon. The only problem with this is that unless you put a lot of time and effort into playtesting it and playtesting it objectively, you won't really know whether or not it's unbalanced. If it's something that's overpowered or maybe underpowered, you're just not really going to know. The other thing is, if you're not playing with friends, if you're just going to play at like a game store or a convention or something like that, it's highly likely that any DM will not allow that homebrewed weapon in their campaign, because again, they don't know if it's going to be overpowered. Now, of course, if you're just playing with friends and you want to play with things that are overpowered just for the fun of it, hey, that could be really fun. But if you're looking to play in a more traditional setting, then you're going to want to make sure that whatever you do is balanced in the game. So here is an easy way to still get the weapon that you want, but make sure that you're not messing with the rules of the game so that everything flows neatly. Now, this is not an idea that is absolutely original to me. This question has come up on a lot of forums that I'm a part of and different Facebook groups. And when I first started seeing people asking this sort of question, like, how do you find this weapon? Or I don't see this weapon, what would the stats be? Or how would you make this weapon in D&D? Well, I thought that this might be a good solution to the problem. And as I started going through different comments and things, I found that other people were saying the same thing. And now I just want to share it with you guys as well. The simple answer is to reskin. Okay, now what does that mean? That means that you take a pre-existing weapon in the game and you just change the description, the appearance, the flavor text of that weapon while still keeping it the same as far as the functionality and mechanics of it in the rules of the game. This works out really well if you just want something that's a bit more cosmetically different. So for example, let's say you want a sword that has a gilded hilt. Well, that's going to be very easy to do with just reskinning it because it doesn't really change the sword overall. If you want something that's entirely different, so for example, a popular one is, of course, that people want katanas, right? And they don't have them in the player's handbook, so what do? Well, you take a long sword and just reskin it as a katana. So it still works functionally as a long sword, but in appearance and in all thematic elements, it's going to be a katana. So that works out really well because, again, there's really no DM that should have a problem with that since it's still using the core rules of the game. And you, of course, get to have the weapon that you want. So it's a win-win for everybody. This also works out well for armor. So let's say you have a character that's using leather armor, but maybe you want it to be a specific type of leather armor. It doesn't really affect the stats, it's just a cosmetic sort of thing. Or maybe it's the way that they're wearing their leather armor. They're not covered from head to toe, it's more of a breastplate and arm guards and shin guards and that sort of thing. And that's the way that your character looks. But as far as the mechanics of it, they're just wearing regular leather armor. That would also work out well. Now, really, the only people that are going to have a problem with this are going to be people that are really trying to squeeze every last advantage out of whatever it is that their character is using, and they feel that because it's some special type of sword, then they should be getting some special bonuses and damage and all of that sort of stuff. And honestly, if that's the case, then you might as well just go write a story about your character and let them win all the time. And there's nothing wrong with that. Go have a group storytelling exercise if that's really what you want to do and you don't want any risk of failure. But if you're going to be playing D&D, you really do want to make sure that everything is balanced in the game, that there's nothing that's broken as far as, again, being overpowered or underpowered. And this is a very easy way to do that. You still get the weapon that you want, but you're not messing with the rules of the game. I think that this is a great idea, and a lot of other people apparently do as well, but wanted to share it with you guys, and you guys let me know what you think in the comments. If you have reskinned any weapons and that's worked out well for you, or maybe not, let me know about it there, and I'll check out what you guys have to say. Or maybe if you have another method of doing this. Again, I'd love to check it out. Thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it. I'll catch you guys next time.